In this video, we are going to discuss about XML. XML stands for Extensible Markup Language. We already know a markup language called Hypertext Markup Language. In fact, XML is not a replacement of HTML. We can say XML is a complement of HTML. And in fact, XML is not to present the data, but it is for carrying the data in between two web applications, or sometimes we use it as a data store, or sometimes we use it for configuration management. The tags which we use in XML are completely user defined. There is no predefined tag in fact, and it's a self-descriptive document. Okay, let's say I want to describe the profile, right, my profile, or I want to describe a particular component. Probably we can in the form of XML. It's a semi-structured data. Okay, hope everyone knows what is mean by structured data, semi-structured data, and unstructured data. XML comes under semi-structured data. When I say structured data, the data should fit in rows and columns. Whereas in the case of unstructured data, the data like videos, images, you know audio files, so photographs, all those comes under unstructured data, where that data cannot fit in rows and columns, right? But XML is either not a neither it's a structured data nor it's a unstructured data. We call it as a semi-structured data. Of course, it's a self-descriptive document. It's a recommendation of W3C. So let's look at how exactly it is different from HTML. If you see, HTML is a specific language used for displaying the data, whereas XML is a family of languages, and HTML contain both container tags as well as standalone tags, like h1 open tag, h2 closing tag. It's a container tag, right? Whereas standalone tags like br tag, hr tag, those comes under standalone tags. But in XML, no, we don't have standalone tags. We have container tags only. HTML tags element names are not case sensitive, okay, whereas XML is a case sensitive language. Okay, that's the major difference between HTML and XML. And of course, in HTML, no, even if you forget closing a particular tag, that will not impact the presentation, right? So it will tolerate the syntax errors, whereas XML won't tolerate any sort of syntax errors, right? And there is no single root element in HTML. Of course, you do start with HTML tag. You may forget this particular tag when you define a HTML document. That will not impact your presentation, right? But in the case of XML, there must be a root element. Okay, HTML does not require quote around the attribute values, okay, like h1 align equal to center. That time either you can put double quotes for the value for a particular attribute, or you may forget it, or you may skip it, but it is mandatory to put double quotes in the case of XML. So this is the basic difference between HTML and XML. And of course, XML can be used to separate the data from HTML. Okay, and of course it is a best platform where you can share the data between two web applications, and of course it acts as a transporter between two applications, and whatever changes made to the platform, that will not impact the XML document, or that will not impact your data. XML makes you data more available. The data, of course, you can make it available with different applications. That is possible. Okay, like I will tell you one example for this. If you take this cricket score into the applications, this XML used as a configuration files in in softwares like application servers, web servers, HTTP servers, etc. And there is a web server where actually this cricket score is managing or maintained. From that web server we are going to get the cricket score in the form of XML. Whenever changes made to the document or made to the cricket score, that sends or that event sends an XML document to the web server, and the same score is replicated in the rest of the web servers. That's how XML makes the data more available. And coming to the applications, this XML used as a configuration files in architecture, sorry, in softwares like applications or application servers, web servers, HTTP servers, etc. And we can say it's a better media for interchanging the data, and it acts as a B2B transaction, or it uses in the case of business to business transactions on the web, okay, using some protocols like SOAP, okay, EBXML, IFX. So all these are all the applications of XML. Sometimes XML acts as a database also. So these applications we have with XML technology. So coming to the syntax rules, so XML syntax rules are all XML elements